Good morning, and thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm your host, Jessica Grace. Coming up is another great show planned for you, to include Elco Spas, Four Paws, and more. But first, let's take a look at the City of Lake City Esports.
This story is sponsored by the City of Lake City.
Savon, it's so good to be with you today. How are you?
Doing all right, doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So tell us about Lake City SE Esports.
So Lake City SC Esports is a program that the city decided to start to help the youth to get them into something new and possibly give them a new future career path.
I love it. So why did you guys even decide to get involved in esports?
So esports is a program is something that is ever growing. It is getting larger and bigger. And surprisingly enough, there is a lot of pathways career-wise that can really benefit a child growing up. Kids love video games, and what better way to get them involved in something and in something that they already do.
And what does that actually look like? For those of us who are new to esports, what is esports all about?
It's like going to a football game where you're in a stadium, you have all these people, and then in the middle you have your team going against one another. Same thing, except they're in front of the screens. So it's a lot of fun. It's very engaging, very exciting, because you see these kids sitting there going at it, playing the games against one another, hearing them talk, getting excited, and you have the crowd going crazy, getting excited for them, and it's just a wonderful experience.
Well, that's great. And I know you guys are really wanting to get involved, with youth and get them more involved with what you're doing. What does that look like? How can our viewers help you accomplish that?
First step, obviously, is always following our social media pages, our Facebook and Instagram pages. And as far as the youth goes, we just want to give them another path, get them engaged, really get them, off the streets and put them on a better path. Some kids may not want to do this, some kids may not want to do that. So esports is just another path that they may not have thought could be a career path for them. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give them, like I said, another pathway, because a lot of times people just don't know. So when you tell them, it's like, oh, I can do this? Why not? Like for instance, we were at the Boys and Girls Club, and we were telling them that we were starting this program, and the kids' faces lit up. They were not aware that this was a thing, and they were very engaged in wanting to do it. So, first things first is first dropping the idea. The second thing is getting them engaged, and then from there, it just follows through.
Well, I am loving this. I love how you guys are actually providing an innovative way to keep children, out of trouble and engaged in positive activities. So tell us in regards to the future goals of Lake City Esports, what are you guys working on and what are your plans?
We're actually doing a esports summer camp, and the camp focuses on two main aspects in regards to esports: the streaming side and, of course, the competitive side. The streaming side essentially is, teaching the kids how to stream, what to do, what not to do, showing them the setup. And then the competitive side, of course, is showing them the games that are played in the esports scene and, giving them a little tips and tricks and so forth.
Well, thank you so much. I truly enjoyed speaking with you today. You did a great job explaining all about Lake City Esports. Take care.
All the support is greatly appreciated.
This story is sponsored by the City of Lake City.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm your host, Jessica Grace. Coming up is Four Paws, but first, let's take a look at Melinda's Med Spa and Salon. I had the privilege of speaking with Melinda about this wonderful facility. They provide high-quality spa services to men and women. Take a look.
This story is sponsored by Melinda's Med Spa and Salon.
It's such a pleasure to be here at Melinda's Med Spa and Salon. I'm here with Melinda. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Great. I am so excited to learn about your facility. Tell us about the facility.
I'll give you a few of the top ones that we do. Cool sculpting, of course, is one of our favorite that we do, and the results that we get are amazing. We have the cool sculpting elite machines, which are the new technology. There are 4 umbilical cords, so we can do 4 areas at one time. We also have the Cool Tone, which tightens the muscles, and then we have a third machine, the Evolve Tight, which tightens the skin. So that takes care of our body contouring division. We offer PDO threads, which is a non-surgical facelift, and they offer all the neurotoxins and all the fillers, and also IV infusion therapies. We have facials, massages, many things. So we encourage people to look at our website and they can see everything that we do.
That is just amazing. I am just so excited because you just really have a full service spa, a full service salon. Tell me about this room.
This is one of our favorite treatments to do because of the results that people see. I personally have done close to 3,500 treatments. I'm probably the most experienced person in our whole area doing cool sculpting. We have the new Cool Sculpting Elite machines, which have 2 umbilical cords on each device, as you can see. So we are able to actually do 4 treatment areas at one time, if applicable. So it saves the patient a lot of time. We are very fortunate to have these machines, and again, I am the only person in the area that has that many cycles under their belt, so to speak, and also have my master's training. So we do a lot with cool sculpting.
Wow, that is incredible. Well, this was such a great privilege to learn about your facility and all that you're offering.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
This story is sponsored by Melinda's Med Spa and Salon.
We are so excited to have Allison with us today from Four Paws. How are you, Allison?
Doing great, doing great. Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited too. I'm excited about our friend here.
So this is Smokey.
Smokey.
She is one of our true rescues. She was a senior citizen, and she actually came to us right out of an emergency hospital.
Wow.
She was in diabetic ketosis, and so once she got that under control, she got into our care, and she's about 14. She's diabetic, but she needs someone to sit in her lap just like this.
Yes, you know, I felt like she was like an emotional support. That's why I was like
she's
rubbing
such an easy girl. Yeah, she's totally house trained, and just
Yeah.
super sweet. Yeah.
That is so awesome. So you have an amazing job. I love the mission of Four Paws. Tell us about it.
So yeah, every day we get to go in and rescue more and more animals. The more people that adopt or foster in our community, the more we get to save. So we have a couple big things going on this year. We've got a program called Roundup where you can donate all your spare change with your debit card. You sign up on our website, and every time you ring up your card, it does a little donation that you won't even notice.
That is so awesome. So you guys actually help place the pets in homes that will take care of them, love on them. Just kind of tell us about the services that you offer.
Absolutely. So normally our animals come right out of high kill shelters. We have a couple shelters in our area and beyond that run out of space. This year's been extremely hard for some of those guys, and so we try to take the load off of them by taking as many animals as we can save. Getting them spayed and neutered. We have a brand new clinic that we opened last year for spay and neuter, and so all of our own animals get spayed and neutered on site now. And we've grown a lot in the past 2 years. Since COVID started, we've actually done a lot of growing. So if you've been volunteering and you've not been there, come visit and take a tour.
That is just beautiful. You know, I love the mission of Four Paws. I was reading up on your website and I noticed, how you guys have not only helped families adopt pets, but I also saw how you've transferred pets.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about that.
So we do have a pretty large transfer program from other shelters. We get them out of other shelters if we have the resources and need to place them other places, we can get them to other rescues too. Sometimes breed-specific rescues can do a better job than we can at finding that animal a home. So we give them a call and get the animal to them so that we can get it placed the right way.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us
thank you for having
today.
us. We appreciate it.
Yes, yes. You're watching Living Local Carolina, and I'm your host, Jessica Grace. Our last segment of the day is coming up, but first I want to remind you to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at Living Local Carolina. Now let's take a look at Elco Spas, Billiards, and Pools.
Today's story is sponsored by Elco Spas, Billiards, and Pools.
So now we are inside of the showroom at Elco. I'm here with Kimberly Elco. How are you doing, Kimberly?
Awesome, thank you.
Well, great. So I'm excited. We're going to take a tour in just a second, but will you give me a little bit of an overview of everything you offer here?
Yes, ma'am. We've been very blessed. We've won the #1 hot tub and pool store by the locals, and we also sell hot tubs, pool tables, game rooms, in-ground pools, darts, above-ground pools, and much more.
Tons of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Tons
You'll
of
see a
stuff,
lot of
yes,
it here in a
yes.
second. So what's the first stop on our tour? Where are we going to?
We're gonna go over and look at one of our best-selling hot tubs called Hot Spring Envoy.
Let's go. So Hot Spring Envoy, what's different about this?
The Envoy is actually part of the High Life line, and it has a floating remote control, so watch you don't get splashed. And it floats, and it's waterproof, obviously.
Wow.
And it has all the benefits, therapeutic benefits that you'd ever want in a hot tub. And we have a 20-year parts promise from Hot Springs, so you can get parts going back 20 years and usually longer. So not everybody can do that in the hot tub world.
Right.
So that's pretty unique.
Okay, and then over here we have some other stuff.
We actually cater to the dart leagues and the pool leagues, APA, taps, all that good stuff. So if you haven't been in here in a while, you need to come in and check it out. So This is our wall of darts, walls and walls of darts. And if we don't have it, we will get it. We cater to the leagues. There's league discounts. We do APA taps. So we have all kinds of sticks, and every brand you can think of, we can get it or have it. We also do custom pool tables and custom shuffleboard tables. You can get a picture of yourself on the table.
That's what I want.
So we also do all different cues, pull sticks to the layman's. We could do custom sticks for you, put your name on it, and so I could put a logo on it for you and put your name on it. Yeah.
And now you've been in business for what, 17 years?
Yes, this is our 17 on 17, so we're very excited about that. Yes.
So as we move around here, you got lots of fun stuff.
Yes, all kinds of accessories and water care. You want to keep your pool and spa healthy,
right?
Not just because we're in the COVID era, but just because it's just healthy, for therapy, for relaxation.
Yeah.
So we have walls and walls of water care.
And you do have the salt water, right?
Yes.
As well.
So, yes. So when you see the little sign on a hot tub, these are all the hot spring tubs that can accept the saltwater system.
Right.
And it makes the water softer, it's easier on your breathing.
Okay.
And it's easy maintenance.
Well, we all know that salt does wonders for the body, to the muscles, all that good stuff. So but that's interesting. I didn't know that it made it smoother. I thought it'd be like
the water softer. It's not like the ocean. You're not gonna taste the salt in the water.
Okay.
It's another way of sanitizing the water. So here's the spa with water in it. So with the salt system, it's easy maintenance. It's also good on breathing. I have asthma, so it's it doesn't smell like a typical pool store in here, does it?
No. And then you provide this for both commercial and residential, right?
Yeah, we do commercial cleanings.
Okay.
And so HOAs for the hotels. We would love to work with hotel game rooms. So if you're looking at a game room, folks, come see us.
All right, well, let's move on down here to some other you could say.
So we also sell PDC spas. PDC is made out of Pennsylvania. So all of our tubs are American made. Hot Springs is out of San Diego, and PDC is out of Pennsylvania.
So where can folks find you?
We are on the bypass.
Okay.
Off Palmetto Point Boulevard on the frontage road.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense to me. Right by News 13, right?
Yes, down the street from News 13. Yes.
You can also visit the information on your screen if you'd like to learn more. And we just want to invite folks out, right?
Yes, come see us if you haven't been here in a long time. The store is newly remodeled. We have great staff, and come and see all the friendly
faces.
Yes, smiling faces, friendly faces, and be part of the family.
Well, thank you so much, Kimberly, for giving us the grand tour. It's beautiful. So many things to see. You've got to come out. Thanks for watching Living Local. We'll be right back.
Today's story is sponsored by Elco Spas, Billiards, and Pools.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm your host, Jessica Grace. Don't forget, if you have a favorite business or a nonprofit that you would like to see featured, you can email me at jgrace@wbtw.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.
Watch Living Local